We knew we had to go in there and stop McClure, and we did a nice job of that. Problem was we left Vincent open for 22, and I think that's the most he's scored against anybody all year. And he's playing good basketball. You know, he's had 16 and 19 in the last couple of games. He's our leading scorer this year. He's really come on to play well. And as you and I talked about beforehand, you know, it's kind of a three-headed monster with them between him and McClure and Kirkhart, the sophomore. You know, our hope tonight is that we can neutralize Kirkhart a little bit, and we've got to find ways to get out on Vincent and McClure better than we did the other time.
Seems like you're working together with Andy bringing the ball up. You're getting a little help there, and Holden's kind of seeming to find his own inside, and our balance is with Britton scoring and Cole having some good minutes off the bench. Seems like we're kind of gelling into maybe more what you thought you'd be.
Yeah, you know, ever since we played the Halstead game and we were disappointed with our offensive output, and that's still coming off of a couple of wins in there that we had gotten against Clay Center and Nickerson. I just really felt like our guys are starting to understand our system a little bit more. They understand exactly where we need to go. They understand more of what we as a staff want to get from them as well. And, you know, it was an attempt early on to try to move Andy inside a little bit more from the get-go, and that wasn't as successful as we'd liked. We want Andy bringing the ball up the floor. Puts a lot of pressure on him. You know, he pulled himself out a couple of times the other night against Kingman because he was tired. But we need him bringing the ball up, and we found ways to be able to get him closer to the rim once we get into those things, and we've created some new sets to get him the ball going to the rim, and he's so good at finishing because of his length. But yeah, Holden is our strength inside. We've got to continue to go there, and then, you know, Britton benefits a lot from having Holden down there. He's able to get some nice turnaround jump shots in there. He's able to get some buckets on kickouts. The big thing for us still is we've got to find guys that can hit from the outside, and I think once we'd be able to do that consistently, we'd definitely be a team to be reckoned with as we go into sub-state. But those are some of the things we've still got to work on yet. But the guys are coming along. They're starting to understand what we want. I'm more impressed defensively with what we've been able to do the last few games. We really shut some teams down. Even in the loss to Hillsborough, I thought we played defense relatively well. We still got to box out a little bit better than we do. We still expect our 6'6" and 6'4" kid to get every rebound, and we got to get some other guys in there once in a while too. So, but yeah, I agree with you. I think we're coming together, and that's a good thing for our team at this point in time.
How about Breast Cancer Awareness Night with pink uniforms as all? Is that a distraction?
I don't think it's a distraction at all. You know, we got our uniforms last year, and the kids were so excited last year, and we checked them out last night, and they were pretty pumped again to have a chance to wear them, and I think it's really good that our kids have an opportunity to have that understanding of what they're doing is above and beyond basketball. You know, at least, you know, they're trying to raise an awareness, and you know, we know it's just a small piece of what we can do to help as both coaches and as players, but you know, it's definitely something we want to be involved in, and we really like the night because we can join the girls program and really make it a special night across the board, because we certainly want to do what we can for breast cancer awareness and for the whole cancer philosophy as well.
How about with the Lyons tonight coming in, a couple of keys to victory?
You know, biggest things for us, as we said before, is to shut down the three-headed monster. If we can keep Vincent from getting going, he's a streak shooter. He wants to get some penetration, and that tends to open up his outside game. We've got to know where McClure is on the floor. He can hit it from anywhere. And I think, you know, our ability to neutralize Kirkhart inside is going to be big, and Holden did a fantastic job of that last time we played him. He played right behind him. We've got to be able to get those guys to say shut down, and we've got to get our offense going. If they do go to that zone, hopefully we'll have better results than we had last time.
Sounds like a plan, Coach. Good luck.
Thanks a lot, Don.
Coach Snyder of the Vikings, and we'll be back right after this.
Now is the time to start thinking about how to add value to our home. Landon is here from Menards to give us some tips on how to increase the value of our home.
There are some really simple, do-it-yourself things that can really increase the value of your home. One that may often be overlooked is insulation. Having a well-insulated home that is energy efficient is a great way to add value.
That's a great tip. What else can we do?
Change out your entryway door to a more energy efficient one. Menards has Energy Star rated doors from Mastercraft that will do a great job. Then you can move to the kitchen and add some new flooring. And maybe even think about replacing some or all of the appliances in there as well. All of these things will increase your home's value, and you won't have to completely empty your pocket to do it.
Thanks, Landon. You can find everything you need to add value to your home at Menards. And as always, if you have any questions, talk to a friendly team member.
Save big money at Menards.
Smoky Valley Vikings basketball on 95.5 The Rock.
And welcome back to Smoky Valley Gym. The Vikings are led in scoring by Holden Hendricks is doing a great job inside there, averaging 11.1 points per game. Andy Osner chips in at 9.8, 7 points a game for Britton Hawk, 5.4 points per game for Cole Norberg, and that is kind of rounding out Alex Snyder, adds in about 3 points per game. Lyons, well, you heard Coach Snyder talk about their team, and Kirkhart has scored in double figures, and McClure has scored in double figures. Vincent has scored in double figures. Ranskin has scored in double figures. So they've got 3 or 4 players that have scored, but Vikings have the height inside again tonight, so they should be able to see if Holden can have a bigger night inside and dominate kind of on the boards.
Well, they need to take advantage of that height advantage. You know, at times the Vikings haven't done that very well, and you know, they could really help themselves if they would do that tonight. 2 big scores, like you had mentioned, Vincent and Kirkhart. They're both averaging 11.5 for Vincent, 11.2 for Kirkhart. Vincent has had a 20-point, a 22, and a 19-point game. Kirkhart a 25 and a couple of 12-point games. McClure, who's averaging 9.2, had a 17 and a couple of 13-point games. So those 3 are their main guys, and if we can, you know, get at least one of those guys stopped or a couple of them really slowed down, that could be a big clue.
No question about that, and that would be something that the Vikings certainly need to do. And a little pep band going to have the national anthem for us tonight, as the guys have emerged from the locker room with their pink uniforms on, so we'd love to see those out here tonight. And we will step aside for the national anthem, starting lineups, and the tip-off of tonight's game after this 1-minute timeout.
This Smoky Valley broadcast is made possible in part by Anthony Home, Boyd Accounting, People's Bank and Trust, Old Stuga, Overhead Door Company of North Central Kansas, Bennington State Bank. Thank you for supporting the Smoky Valley Vikings. Tax refund time is here. If you're taking home a big haul from Uncle Sam, then you have a decision to make. How should I spend my glorious bounty? Friends at Pools Plus of Salina, you're investing in something the whole family will enjoy. Whether it's for a soothing dip for you and the spouse after a hard day at work, or the featured attraction at your kid's next sleepover, you'll enjoy your 2013 tax refund for years to come with a beautiful new Max Spa from Pools Plus of Salina, just 1 block south of Central Mall. Thank you to our Smoky Valley sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Lindsborg Community Hospital, proud sponsor of Impact's concussion testing for Smoky Valley athletes. Horizons Driving Academy, offering year-round classes. It's where the classroom meets the road. Thank you for supporting the Smoky Valley Vikings.
Smoky Valley Vikings basketball on 95.5 The Rock.
Sometimes I wish we wouldn't break away for those national anthems, as the Smoky Valley Jazz or Brass Ensemble played a beautiful rendition of the national anthem, and our listeners missed a treat there.
Well, maybe we'll have to have them listen next time.
Yeah, maybe we'll next time. It's time for the starting lineups. Daryl, how about the Lions tonight?
For the Lions, number 4, Carmen Jeffrey is a 5'5 senior. Number 22, Matthew Vincent, a 5'10 senior. Number 23, Ryan McClure, a 5'10 junior. Number 31, Brett Wilson, a 6'2 senior. And number 32, Grady Kirkhart, a 6'2 sophomore.
So for Coach Freeze, he's assisted by Mike Jarrett and Matt Sambo, and that renamed Matt Sambo, a graduate of Smoky Valley High School. He'll send out Jeffrey, Vincent, McClure, Wilson, and Kirkhart. And how about our Vikings tonight?
For the Vikings, number 10, Andy Osner, a 6'6 senior. Number 13, Caleb Walton, a 5'11 senior. Number 21, Holden Hendricks is a 6'3 senior. Number 22, Britton Hawk, a 6'1 senior. And 23, Alex Schneider, a 6'2 junior.
So for Coach Doug Snyder, assisted by Chris McClure and Eric Hawk, he'll send out Osner, Walton, Hendricks, Hawk, and Snyder, and the Vikings in their pink uniforms with black numerals, black lettering, trimmed in white. and some white and black striping down the side. Lions in their road blue uniforms with white numerals, white lettering trimmed in kind of a silver, I guess, and a little white and blue trimming down the sides. And it's the Vikings and the Lions tipping off tonight. The Vikings 5-10 on the, or excuse me, 5-12 on the year, and the Lions at 8-9 on the year. And again, the game at Lyons was a 38-27 victory for Lions. A game in which the Vikings led a long way, and then all of a sudden Vincent got awful hot. What happened now?
Oh, just looking at our school, the school session. Cheering.
Well, and Daryl, it's going to be, we're going to have we maybe have one or two of those guys on the air at halftime. We're going to talk with the wrestlers. They're going to get honored for winning the league title in wrestling, and Weston Loader came over and said he would come up here and talk to us, and so I don't know if he's going to wear that uniform or not, or that short shorts and wife beater t-shirt and a hat and a headband, and oh my.
I don't think you could have paid me enough in high school to do that.
No, not me either. I would have been, we used to wear shorts for basketball as short as those.
Yeah.
Vikings control the tip, and we are underway. Britton Hawk with it, has it on the out. Oh, Miss Alex Snyder breaking it open underneath the basket. Caleb Walton has it knocked away. Snyder saves it off to Andy Osner. Inside to Hawk in the lane. No, rebound Lions. And quickly away with it is Jeffrey. Jeffrey, a little guy on the court, gets it off to number 31, Wilson. Inside it goes. Turnaround shot blocked by Hendricks. We're going to call a foul on him, and Holden Hendricks with a great block.
That was the outside referee called that.
Yeah, that's not his call. That guy tripped right underneath the basket, and that's coaches are never very happy about somebody way outside calling that foul when the guy right underneath doesn't call it.
I think that's what Coach Snyder was talking to him about.
Yeah, Kirkard inside makes the first free throw. And he makes them both. So Kirkard off to a good start, 2 for 2 from the charity stripe, and more importantly, getting Holden Hendricks to pick up his first foul on the first trip down the court. Lions will put in a 1-3-1 trap. Get it off to Snyder. Snyder looking inside to Hendricks. Shot from the elbow. No. Rebound. Caleb Walton tried to get it. And Jeffrey with it. 3-on-1 break for Lions. McClure with it. Kick out to Jeffrey. Jeffrey on the dribble drive. Kick out to Vincent. Back to Jeffrey. They'll reset. Vikings 2-3 zone this trip down. Off to McClure. Back to Jeffrey. Resetting in, starting their offense. Vincent with it outside. Jeffrey. McClure. All outside the three-point line. Vincent far side wing. By the student section over there. Back to Jeffrey on the top. Near side to Kirkard, cross court to McClure, baseline Vincent, shot blocked by Hendricks. And there's Holden Hendricks with, I guess the first one doesn't count as a block when he got a foul called on him, so it's just one block. He averages about 3.5 blocks per game. There's McClure, dribble into the lane. She passes out to Jeffrey. I thought he was going to elevate for a shot. Here's Vincent, baseline 3. No. Rebound by Caleb Walton. We talked about Caleb Walton and the nice job he's been doing on all the little stuff, rebounding and keeping the ball alive on saving a turnover, and he's just been playing sensational his last 3 or 4 games. He really added to that list last Friday night down at Kingman. Vikings with it in the front court, down 2-0. 6 minutes now left in the quarter. Walton with it baseline, across to Snyder, baseline to Hawk, off to Osner. Osner looked to trigger a 3, did not. Snyder with it, baseline to Hawk. He'll trigger a long 2, no. Rebound Osner, tipped away, and Jeffrey with it. Jeffrey on the run out, shot, good. Jeffrey gets a basket, 4-0 Lions here early. Osner with it in. McClure is going to run into him and get called for the foul. 23, that is Ryan McClure. His first, team first. And substitution quickly in, Cole Norberg.
Caleb Walton out.
Osner with it at half court, bringing it into the step in the front court against this Lions 3-2. They play a lot of the same defense as the Vikings do. This is a 3-2 drop zone. Three men out front, and the top man out front drops into the lane and tips it away, and there it was. The Vikings save the possession and still can't maintain it. Vincent with the steal. Off it goes to McClure. McClure's drive, shot, missing. Rebound, Andy Osner. Quickly coming the other way. Osner across the timeline, into the key. Shot, and good for Andy Osner. What a play by Andy Osner. 2 for the Vikings, 4 for Lyons. Jeffrey with it quickly to the front court. How many turnovers do the Vikings have?
I just got 1.
That's 1. Lyons with?
None.
None. Okay, I thought so. I just wanted to double check. Vincent with it outside. Baseline to Kirkhart. Kirkhart with the dribble, double teamed off, and almost a steal by Norberg. Vincent with the drive, cross to Jeffrey, back to McClure. McClure on that wing, inside to Kirkhart. Good defense by Britton Hawk, off to Vincent. Vincent with it, cross-court pass. Oh, almost stolen by the Vikings, but McClure ends up with it. Kirkhart baseline shot, no. Rebound, Andy Osner. Nice job, and that's another team that the minute the ball goes down, they try to double team. Here's Hawk, shot missing, but he's fouled. And Britton Hawk will have 2 free throws, and that's a foul on Kirkhart. Oh, it's called on Wilson instead. I thought that was on Grady Kirkhart. And we called on Wilson instead. It should be a lane violation. Vincent didn't get there in the time they gave the ball to Britton Hawk. And he missed it, but they didn't call it.
Nope. Christian Hansen in for the Vikings and Alan Pena in for Lyons.
Hawk misses his first free throw. Britton Hawk struggles from the free throw line. He is only a 31% free throw shooter on the year. And he misses both of them. So Britton misses both free throws. And just a good score from the side of the lane, but that free throw line is not friendly to him. Pena with it, gets it off to Vincent. Outside the Vikings 1-3-1 zone. McClure back to Vincent. Drive, loses the handle, but picks it up. Off it goes to Pena. Baseline to Jeffrey. Jeffrey out to McClure. Inside to Pena. The free throw line extended. McClure looked at a 3, didn't trigger. He'll reset to Vincent. Back to McClure. But baseline to Jeffrey. He'll launch a 3 ball. No. Rebound and a whistle on a foul. Somewhere on the Vikings on the rebound, and see who it's called on.
Holden Hendricks.
Ooh, that's Holden's second foul. So Holden picks up the only 2 fouls the Vikings have in this quarter. They both belong to Holden Hendricks inside, and that is not good news for the Vikings.
Caleb Walton right off the bench in for him.
We'll move Hawk to the 5 position, actually. Jeffrey with it now for Lyons. Inside to Kirkhart. Both those guys, Kirkhart is 32. Kirkhart with it baseline. 4 Lyons, 2 Smoky Valley. Low scoring here early. Here's Vincent baseline to McClure. McClure with the dribble to the lane. Kick out now. Still with the ball to Vincent. Vincent a 3 ball. No. Rebound Andy Osner. Osner with it in the dribble. Here comes Andy. Quickly up to Cole Norberg. Norberg outside the 3-point line looking for Walton. Has him near side to Walton. Osner. Osner back to Norberg. Top of the key. Back to Osner. Near side wing. He'll dribble between the circles at the 3-minute mark. Vikings have 2. Lions 4 here. More than halfway through the quarter. Here's Osner. He'll launch a 3 ball. No. Rebound McClure. Up to Vincent. 2-on-1 break. Vincent shot, no. Osner contact, but no foul whistled. Osner into the front court. Over to Norberg. Inside to Hall. Oh, a shove. Nothing called there. Man, that was a big shove right in the back, right out in the open. And there's a pass from Norberg, throws it out of bounds. Hawk was there, but he just didn't see it coming in time. Wow, that was a big shove. Boy, there's fouls that could have gone both ways there, but neither called.
Well, maybe didn't call that one for not calling the other one.
Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Jeffrey with it in the front court to McClure, playing outside the Vikings 2-3 zone this time down. Near side to Vincent by the Viking bench. Back to Jeffrey. Over it goes. Jeffrey with the dribble. Kind of far side to McClure. Jeffrey, top of the key. Near side to Kirkhart outside the 3-point line. Now to Pena inside. Turned over. Lions, is that their first turnover?
Yes.
Vikings have 2.
And might not be their first. That's the first one that I've
First way I want. So we both agree on that one, so we'll call it their first. Norberg, Walton, Hansen outside the 3-point line. Osner down on the baseline blocks, and In the lane is Britton Hawk. Shot good. Nicely done. Britton Hawk likes that shot, but he just can't make a free throw. 4-4 tie here with 1:30 left to go in the first quarter. Number 4, Jeffrey with it outside. Near side to Vincent, inside to Pina. P-I-N-A, Pina. Jeffrey, top of the key. Jeffrey to McClure, three-pointer, no, rimming out. And Christian Hansen with the rebound for the Vikings. Up into the front court to Caleb Walton, baseline. Looked at a shot, didn't trigger. Caleb has it knocked away by McClure, saved, but to Britton Hawk. Hawk will have it. Hawk on the drive, shot, no. Jeffrey with the rebound for Lyons. Under a minute we go. McClure, side of the wing, looking for Kirkhart inside. Kirkhart spin move, working shot, no. Rebound, Cole Norberg and Hansen, and save it to the Vikings. One shot for the Vikings, see if they'll do it with 40 seconds to go. Coach Snyder talking about how well Hillsborough ran the ball once in a while to run time off the clock. See what they can do. They might go for one here. They might take a shot if they get it open. 1:28 seconds now left in the quarter, and now we got a 3-second violation on Britton Hawk. Turnover number 3.
Alex Snyder in for the Vikings. Hawk out.
And number 15
and 20. 15 is Lewis Raskin and Lucas Padilla in for Lyons.
Raskin and Padilla, those guys have played a lot of minutes for Lyons, but they're not out of the starting group here in this game tonight. 25 seconds left, a 4-4 tie here after one quarter, or almost at the end of one quarter. McClure to Padilla to Raskin. Outside the three-point arc, they'll run time to get the last shot. Now 10 seconds left. McClure says play 3. What are they going to do? On the drive is McClure all the way to the baseline. Dribbles it off his foot. Turnover Lyons. So both teams turn it over, trying to go for the last shot. Now with just 3.5 seconds to go. Alex Snyder will trigger it in for the Vikings. Get a pass down court. Gets it to Walton. He loses the handle. No, a foul in the back. Padilla with a foul. Lucas Padilla picks up the foul, his third. Caleb Walton all right. And Britton Hawk will check in for Caleb Walton.
As he ended up hitting the bench.
Let's see what the Vikings run here. I think they'll run Andy Osner on a play to get him loose down the court. Find Britton Hawk. They'll launch a 3-ball. No. And the quarter ends with the score 4-4. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout.
Bank of Tuscan proudly supports athletics in the Smoky Valley. Celebrating 125 years in business, Bank of Tuscan is offering you the opportunity to further enhance your Viking pride. Now available are Smoky Valley Vikings checks, checkbook covers, debit cards, and business debit cards. And for every checking account opened at the Lynchburg branch until July 31st, Bank of Tuscan will donate $10 to Smoky Valley schools. Bank of Tuscan proudly supporting the Smoky Valley Vikings and Your home for Smoky Valley basketball is 95.5 The Rock.
Well, a quiet first quarter on the offense for both teams as a 4-4 tie ends up being it. Turnovers 3-2.
Yep.
The Vikings with one more in that category, and wow, kind of turning out what we thought it would be. A low-scoring first game between these two back in December. Looking back here to see what that score was at Lyons. It was 10-7 in favor of the Vikings after one quarter in Lyons. There's a shot inside. Kirkhart, he gets his second basket of the night. And his first basket. His other 2 points were free throws. 6-4 Lions now lead here early second quarter. Norberg into Britton Hawk. He's triple teamed. Now to Hansen, now to Hawk. Off it goes to Snyder. Snyder with it inside to Hawk. Hawk loses the handle, and he's called for a jump ball. And it'll be Viking ball on the. It wasn't the turnover as it stays with the Vikings. Snyder to Hawk. Off to Osner, top of the key. Osner with the dribble. Off to Christian Hansen to reset the offense. Over to Snyder.
Snyder to Hansen to Norberg. To Snyder. Not moving the ball very fast here. Trying to get that defense to adjust, but they're not moving the ball fast enough to get some movement in that zone. Hansen, far side wing, cross court to Norberg. That's a pass that gets the defense moving a little bit. Here's Hansen, off to Snyder, bounce pass into Hawk, off to Snyder. Gonna trigger a 3 ball, no, rebound loose. Padilla has it go out of his hands and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Vikings. Jeffrey in, Padilla out. 6:42 to go, second quarter. Just 6-4 in favor of Lyons here. Snyder to put it into Norberg, out top to Hansen, off the Hawk. Back to Hansen. Back to Snyder, far side wing. Inside to Britton Hawk, he's double teamed. Kick out to Hansen. Norberg, a shot, no, and over the backboard out of bounds. It'll be Lyons basketball. Not much offense to talk about, Darryl.
Not much at all. It's a lot of passing the ball around. They're being real, patient, trying to find something that's going to work, and that just both defenses are pretty tough.
Raskin to McClure, inside to Kirkhart, and to Ranskin. He'll launch a 3 ball, no, rebound Osner. Kirkhart almost over the back. Not enough contact to draw the foul. From the Vikings at the 6-minute mark. Snyder looked to trigger a 3, didn't from the baseline. Back to Osner, top of the key, go to Hansen. Osner trying to play a little post in there. He goes to the low blocks. Lyons covers him up real closely. Off to Norberg. Number 12 is checked in for Lyons. That's Jared James, who didn't have him earlier. Here's a cross-court pass to Hansen. Baseline to Osner. He's double-teamed. To Norberg in the middle of the lane. His shot, good! Cole Norberg making a tough catch. He made a tough catch and made good of it. 6-6 our score here. 5:25 left to go in the second quarter, and there's a travel on McClure, so that's the 3rd turnover. Turnovers are even up now, I think.
Yes, 3-3. Hendricks and Walton in, Hansen and Snyder out, and Vincent back in for Lyons.
And Dakota Nave in for the first time. He's been in their scoring department 1 game, so what year is he in for Nave?
He is a sophomore.
He's just a sophomore. Walton to Osner. Holden Hendricks, like you said, is checked back in, so he's kind of roaming the lane a little bit there. Walton, and he threw too strong a pass in there. Hendricks couldn't hold on to it. And turnover number 4. And the Vikings, Nave with it, baseline. Vincent around the Kirkhart, around to Jeffrey on the outside the 3-point line. Now to Vincent between the circles, and a stolen pass by Cole Norberg. 3-on-3 break to Walton. Walton underneath, and good! Spun it up there on the backboard, and it spun around and got a friendly roll for 2. Vikings up 8-6 here, midway through the second quarter. Jeffrey on the drive. Kick out, and they turn it over. Kick out to Nave, and he couldn't find the handle. And they have 4 turnovers as well. 5. All right. Like it.
Padilla and McClure back in for Lyons. Jeffrey and Vincent out.
4:25 to go in the quarter. The second quarter. It's 8-6 in favor of the Vikings here. Osner with it across the timeline to Cole Norberg to Walton. Back to Cole. Back to Osner. Osner on the dribble between the circles, now to the far side. Britton Hawk, 15-footer, no. Rebound, Holden Henry. Oh, he's tripped up. No foul call. My goodness, what a lot of contact. And there's a double dribble on McClure. That's a makeup call. They should have called a foul on Hendricks, and they didn't call one. And McClure wondering what he did. And I didn't see him double dribble, but the official did. So it's turnover number 6.
Yes.
Vikings have it. Cole Norberg shot, no. Rebound, and it'll be a foul called on the Vikings. Somebody on the Vikings. Ooh, that's Holden Hendricks. I thought Caleb Walton was going to get whistled for that one, and Holden gets his 3rd personal. Coach Snyder.
Got all of the team fouls.
Yeah. Coach Snyder trying to draw a few minutes for Holden, and he's playing too aggressive, and he ends up turning it over. He'll spend the rest of the quarter on the bench. Lyons with it, Padilla on top of the key. Around to McClure, looked at a three, didn't trigger. Inside to Kirkhart, in the lane, shot, good. Kirkhart's got 6 of the Lions' 8 points, and it's an 8-8 tie here with 3:36 to go in the second quarter. Alex Snyder outside on the dribble, across to Osner. Osner with it, off to... Now he's going to continue to dribble. I thought he was going to pass. I anticipated that one, and he kept the ball. Now off to Walton. He'll reset. Walton with the dribble. Now to Snyder, top of the key to Norberg. To Snyder, to Walton. Walton with it, far side wing. Crossover dribble against Padilla. Kick out to Snyder. Off to Norberg. Inside to Hawk in the lane. Double teamed and loses the handle. Turn it over. Comes Lyons, McClure in the lane to Kirkhart. Shot up, good. Kirkhart with 6 now, and the Vikings call a timeout. It's a 10-8 score. We're going to keep this one right here. Talk about the sponsors again. Anderson Body Shop, Dr. Eric Peterson, Christian's Funeral Home, Art Shirts, Stotts, Reinert Accounting, Dower Welding, Apotec, Viking Auto, and Kimmy at My Barber Shop. Coming up at halftime, we'll have maybe a couple of wrestlers. We'll talk about the league championship for the Smoky Valley Wrestlers won last Saturday at Lyons. Smoky Valley winning 142 points to Pratt's 117. So a pretty dominating wrestling match by the Vikings.
Yeah, that's great news for the Vikings. That wrestling program has just slowly been getting better each year.
Building and building and building. And Trevor Whitaker is signed to continue his wrestling career at Bethany College after graduation this spring. So nice of him to do that. Out of the timeout, the Vikings have it in the front court. Walton with it. Norberg, Snyder, Hawk, and Osner on the court for Smoky Valley. Near side it goes to Walton, looking baseline for Osner. And dare trigger that pass in, and when they get a pass in there, he gets double teamed immediately. Walton with it on the dribble. Walton back to Britton Hawk. Hawk with it to Snyder, baseline 3, way off. And a rebound by Lyons. But the other way is Padilla. Padilla top of the key to McClure. McClure travels. For turnover number 7.
Yes. Jared Cardone in, a 5'7" junior for Lyons, and Padilla out.
Cardone, James, Nave, Kirkhart, and McClure on the court for Lyons right now. Walton, Snyder, Hawk, Osner, and Norberg on there for the Vikings. Here's the Osner side of the lane. Shot, no. Rebound, Lyons. And Kirkhart off to McClure, baseline, James, a 3, no. Rebound, Britton Hawk. Quickly up to Osner, 1:40 left to go. Second quarter, 10 Lions, 8 Smoky Valley. Snyder with it. Added by the Lions bench across to Norberg. Inside to Osner, shot, no. Britton Hawk, putback, yes. Britton Hawk with a nice offensive rebound and a putback. 10-10 score here with 1:20 left to go in the second quarter. Yeah, 1:20 second quarter, and it's only 10-10. These teams are playing a heck of a defensive game, but neither has a lot of offensive power. James with it for Lyons. Baseline to Nave. Nave on the dribble to McClure. Near side to the little guy, number 2, Cardone. Oh, James traveled, didn't see it. Cardone, baseline 2, no. Rebound, James up and good. Wow, James got that rebound away from Britton Hawk. That was not, talked about how good defense the Vikings had played. Britton let that one get away from him. Snyder with it, looking for Osner, not there. To Norberg, top of the key, near side to Snyder. He's going to launch a 3-ball, no. And a rebound on the Vikings, a foul on the Vikings on the rebound. Caleb Walton gets called for the foul on the rebound. That'll bring in Christian Hansen. Snyder out. 12 the Lions, 10 Smoky Valley with just 30 seconds left to go as they bring it up slowly across the timeline. Nave, Cardone, and McClure touching it, all three outside, way outside the three-point arch. They'll play a little catch until it gets to 10 seconds or so, just like they did at the end of the first quarter, see if they can get a score. Cardone with it now outside. McClure, now it's 8-7. Here comes James with it on the dribble. James should have been a turnover there. And Caleb Walton knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with Lyons, but now with just 3.6 seconds left to go. Nave will put it in play, gets it into McClure. McClure going to launch a three ball. Good Viking defense, and that one's way off. And we are at the end of the first half. 10 Smoky Valley, 12 Lions. We'll be back to wrap up this first half for you after this timeout.
Are you wanting to play sports in college? If so, we can help at Varsity Recruit. We offer a personalized service to help you find the best school that fits your needs athletically, academically, financially, and socially. And we do this by contacting college coaches, offering consulting sessions, a player profile, highlight videos, and more. For more information, follow us on Twitter at Varsity Recruit or visit varsity-recruit.com. When you sign up with us, you're not just a recruit, you're a Varsity Recruit. Bank of Tesket is proudly supporting the Smoky Valley Vikings and Bethany College Suite. Show off your Smoky Valley pride.
Hey, Jared.
Vikings checks. Checkbook.
Jared.
Yeah?
I may keep it after this timeout. I may keep it the whole time because the wrestling guys are supposed to come up here to talk to me a little bit. So.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see. I'll tell you what I need for a timeout when we take one. If it'll be anything, it'll probably be a minute or 30 seconds before we start the second half.
Okay.
Okay.
Valley Sports is brought to you in part by Bethany Homes, Boyd County, Trust, the Olstuga, Overhead Door Company of North Central Kansas, Bennington State Bank. Thank you for supporting Lindsborg Athletics. Guys, Valentine's Day is coming up fast. Need a great date night idea? How about the historic Kirby House restaurant in downtown Abilene? Treat your special someone to a succulent filet mignon, mouth-watering prime rib, or scrumptious chicken parmesan dinner. And no day for lovers is complete without a little something sweet from Kirby House's ultimate Valentine's Day dessert selection. Reservations are filling fast, so don't end up disappointed. Call the Kirby House today at 263-7336 for reservations. That's 263-7336.
This is the Smoky Valley Vikings halftime show. A first half recap, scores from around the league, stats, and keys to a second half win. Your home for Smoky Valley basketball is 95.5 The Rock.
And welcome back to Smoky Valley Gym. Lyons has a 12-10 lead after a halftime. Yeah, it's halftime and it's 12-10. It was 4-4 after one quarter, and then it's 12-10 now at halftime of the guys' game. The girls losing tonight by the score of 52-25. So girls continue and adding a game to their now 11-game losing streak. So they've got a tough finish lined up for the rest of the year. So it'll be a tough end of the season for the Viking girls. But the Viking boys are still much a part of this game with a 12-10 score. It's pretty low scoring. Scoring totals 2 for Carmen Jeffrey, 2 for Jared James, and 8 for Grady Kirkhart. For the Vikings, 2 Cole Norberg, 2 Andy Osner, 2 Caleb Walton, 4 Britton Hawk. Missing in action in the offensive end is Holden Hendricks, as he picked up 3 fouls and had to sit quite a bit of that second quarter. And what do you got for some shooting percentages, Daryl?
For the Vikings, they're 5 of 19 from the field for 26%. They're 5 of 13 from two-point range, 0 for 6 from beyond the arc. They were 0 for 2 from the charity stripe. The Lions is 5 of 17 from the field for 29%, 5 of 11 from two-point range, and they are also 0 for in the three-point range, 0 for 6. So they are 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. I had 6 turnovers for Lindsborg and 7 for Lyons, 4 ties and 1 lead change in that first half.
How many turnovers for the Vikings?
6.
Jared Wilson, Andy Reiner, and
The Vikings have a deficit here of just 2 points, and they've got a ways to go and honoring
We would like to recognize
the Smoky Valley Wrestlers. So we're going to take, Jared, let's take a 1-minute timeout right here. And when we come back, we'll have some highlights of some Wrestling League championships after this 1-minute timeout.
Tonight's broadcast of Smoky Valley Athletics is brought to you in part by Linsbourne Concrete, Bank of Teskin, Smoky Valley Chiropractic and Dr. Darrell Loader, the Quarterback Club of Linsbourne, Don Bankston and Farm Bureau Financial Services, Farmers State Bank. Thank you for supporting the Smoky Valley Vikings. Pennington State Bank has been providing quality banking services to its customers for over 120 years. Why Pennington State Bank? Because they're locally owned and operated, meaning loan decisions are made right here in Central Kansas. Recently awarded a 5-star rating by Bauer Financial, Pennington State Bank is a leader in emerging technology and innovation. Pennington State Bank is team-oriented, designed so that every employee can actively engage with customers in meeting their specific needs. Visit the warm, friendly environment of Pennington State Bank today. Member FDIC.
Your home for Smoky Valley basketball is 95.5 The Rock.
And welcome back to Smoky Valley Gym as they're announcing the wrestlers in a very good job, and again doing a very good job of winning the league with 142 points. I'll go through the weight limits again. 113 pounds, Caden Sayre took second. 120 pounds, Brandon Archuleta took second. 132 pounds, Mason Kearns took second. 138 pounds, Aaron Taylor took fourth. 145 pounds, Alvarado took sixth. 152 pounds, Kyle Ryan took third. And Spencer Bird at 160 took first. At 170, Trevor Whitaker took first. At 182, Weston Loader took first. At 195, Tyler Peterson took first. And at 285 pounds, we had Bricky taking first. So we'll put a couple of headsets on here. You're going to have to tell me who I'm talking to first. It's Weston Loader.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your league meet and 182 pounds, 2-0. What was your toughest part of that day?
I'd say...
Oops, I got it wrong way. Okay, go ahead.
I'd say probably my first one, but I took care of them both pretty easily.
What's been your standout of your season so far?
Well, I'd say I beat the number 5 kid in 3A last week at a duel with Hoisington, so that was a good match for me to get ready for regionals.
Good. Who do you think you'll draw, and what'll be the toughest part of regional coming up?
There's the number 3 and the number 5 at my regional in 4A. So I have a decent regional, and there's another kid that I know that's pretty decent, so I'll have a decently tough regional.
Well, good job to you. We'll pass the headset on. Thanks. Up next is, who are you? Oh, you're Spencer Bird. Well, we talk a lot about you in football. Congratulations on an awesome football year. You've had a great job, and first place in your league meet. How did that go?
It went all right. The competition there for me wasn't as well as, say, in some heavier brackets or some lower weight brackets, but we took care of it.
Good job. How about your regional coming up? Who will you match up with, and how tough will your regional be to go to state?
Regional should be pretty challenging. I might have someone from Holton who's fairly decent, but other than that, I'm not sure that regional should be too big of a problem.
Did you qualify for state last year?
Yes, sir.
And you took what in state last year? Did you place?
I didn't.
You didn't place, so it'll be. And you're a junior or senior?
I'm a junior this year.
So you're going to have a chance to go to state and see what you can do there if you have a couple of good matches. How many matches do you have to win on Friday to qualify for state?
One match will
get you to where you need to be.
Or one. If you have one loss, it won't hurt you. You can have up to 2 losses at most, depending on when you win and who you beat. It depends.
Well, we wish you the best of luck over there at Abilene on Friday and Saturday, and doing a great job. And congratulations on your league, helping to bring a league championship to the Vikings.
Thanks.
Vincent Bird. Next up, well, you don't have numbers in wrestling, but you were 28 in football, weren't you, Trevor Whitaker?
Yep, that's right.
Nice job of wrestling and winning the league championship in your weight division. And are you undefeated on the year?
I have one loss this year.
One loss to who?
A kid from Southeast.
Southeast, Wichita Southeast, or Southeast of Saline?
Well, he wrestles for Sacred Heart, but they co-op with Southeast.
And what was your toughest match of the league title?
Oh, I mean, there's a few tough matches. All the kids give good effort, but yeah, I'd probably say the Pratt kid was pretty tough, and he's 4A, so I might see him again.
Well, we're getting ready to start here. If you don't mind, we'll let you keep stats, Daryl. I'll keep him on the line here as the Vikings start out the second half. Lyons goes in with it, and a shot missing, and the Vikings getting the rebound. Britton Hawk with the rebound, pulling the rebound down. Again, I'm talking with Trevor Whitaker here, the #1 ranked wrestler in the state in Class 4A. And has that made a bullseye on your back in this year?
Oh, it sure has. I can tell when I wrestle kids, they don't necessarily wrestle to win all the time. There's a lot of kids that just wrestle not to get pinned, and also kids giving a lot more effort, it seems like.
And the other thing about your wrestling is Andy Osner hits a 3 for the Vikings to get a basket and take the lead, and now following in fouling.
Hendricks just gets another foul.
Holden Hendricks picks up his 4th foul, so it's been a horrible night for Holden Hendricks. And quickly talk about your regional and then chance to go to state, repeat in state. What did you get in state last year?
I got 4th place last year.
4th place in state, so you're kind of going with the target on your back. You've got a couple of matches coming up to advance from the regional to state. Who will be your toughest match in the regional?
Oh, you can't really tell until you get there, but I know there's a few ranked kids, and all the matches will be tough. You just got to go out there with the mindset that you can beat everyone.
Well, good luck to you on that, and best of luck. And obviously you're wearing a Bethany College warm-up. You've already signed to wrestle with the Swedes.
Yep, that's right. Signed 2 weeks ago with Coach Mars.
Well, that'll be exciting for you, no question about that. Good luck.
Thank you.
Trevor Whitaker, and 2 out of 3 free throws made by Vincent, and then he also makes a basket, so a big trip down there that time for Lyons here. Osner with a shot in the lane, missing. Rebound is Jeffrey, and Lyons with it on the fast break. Off it goes to Vincent. Vincent with the dribble drive. Baseline to McClure. Back to Vincent. He's going to launch a 3-ball from the baseline. No. Jeffrey with the rebound. Jeffrey shot blocked by Andy Osner. Kirkhart has it loose underneath there. Jeffrey picks it up. Ball's loose on the floor in the scrum, and the Vikings end up with it on the alternating possession. Wow, what an exciting wrestling team the Vikings have, and doing such a good job of wrestling and playing hard and wrestling hard. I don't know enough about wrestling, but Vikings will be excited. They'll have a chance to place in the state tournament, no question about that.
Yeah, that'll be great. Got a little wrestling match there to get that turnover.
No kidding. Out of that scrum inside, the Vikings end up with just 2 points so far in this quarter. Lyons has put 4 up, and there's a driving Jeffrey, and he's fouled by the Vikings, and a couple of free throws coming up for Carmen Jeffrey. Vincent made 2 out of the 3 free throws that Holden Hendricks fouled him on, and then missed the free throw and ended up with a rebound, put the shot up and got fouled, and so he had 4 points there on that trip down the court to give Lyons a 16-13 lead. Now Carmen Jeffrey at the free throw line misses the first. Cole Norbert picked up the foul. That's his first, team second. Poor Holden Hendricks. He's not even going to break a sweat tonight. 2 fouls in the first quarter. Jeffrey missed both of those free throws. 16-13. Vikings trail with the ball in the front court. Cross-court pass to Andy Osner. Back to Hansen. Baseline to Britton Hawk. Into Caleb Walton, shot up, good!
Great job, great pass.
And a nice pass, you're right, from Britton Hawk. 15 Smoky Valley, 16 Lyons. They have the ball in the front court inside. Oh, there's a travel, nothing called. There's a rebound and loose. Vikings come up with it. Wilson couldn't finish inside. The Vikings lucky there. There's Christian Hansen. He'll launch a 3-ball. That's too strong, but almost off the glass, but didn't go. And here comes Lyons with it. Jeffrey on the drive. Jeffrey on the no basket. No basket. Wave it off. That's a lucky break for the Vikings there, too.
And he actually got necktied out by the free throw line.
Christian Hansen on the personal.
Cardone and Pena in for Lyons. Wilson and Jeffrey out.
McClure to put it in play for Lyons underneath their own basket to Cardone, I mean. Cardone's going to launch a 3-ball. Good! Cardone hits a 3, and Lyons takes a commanding 19-15 lead. And I say commanding because this is such a low-scoring game. Vikings have scored 4 in the first quarter, 6 in the second. Have 5 already in this quarter, though. Into Cole Norberg, side of the lane. His shot, no. Rebound, Kirkhart. Comes Lyons. Cardone with it on the dribble to the top of the key. Back to Kirkhart, near side to McClure. Lob inside to Pena. Out to McClure. Nice defense, Caleb Walton. McClure off to Pena. 15-footer, no. Rebound, Lyons. Kirkhart runs it down. Cardone with it. They'll reset their offense to McClure, inside to Kirkhart. Kirkhart against Osner. Oh my goodness. He got a big shove on Osner, and they turned it over somehow after that collision. Here's Osner off to Hansen. Hansen off to Osner. Inside to Hawk. Shot blocked from behind. And getting the rebound is McClure. Off to Vincent. Vincent drive. Shot blocked by Norberg. It was wild and woolly out there. Here comes Snyder in.
Snyder in. Walton out.
Take a deep breath. 4:28 left to go in the third quarter. Lyons up 19-15. Snyder knocks the ball away but can't save it. It goes out of bounds. And it'll be Lyons basketball. Put it in play right in front of their own bench. McClure to do the honors. Off to Cardone. Back to McClure. McClure with the dribble drive in the lane. Shot no. Rebound Cole Norberg. Off to Osner. Vikings in a hurry. Osner into the front court. Baseline to Hansen. Three-pointer. Almost stuck between the rim and the backboard. A little bit of break for the Vikings because the Lions got the rebound anyway. Cardone with it. Baseline. Near side to McClure. Now to Vincent. Baseline to Kirkhart. 15-footer. Good. Kirkhart. And a timeout on the court. We'll keep this one right here. I want to thank Anderson Body Shop, Dr. Eric Peterson, Christian's Funeral Home, Scott's, Reinert Accounting, Art Shirt, Dower Welding, Apotec, Viking Auto, and Kimmy at My Barber Shop. Vikings losing the first game of the night in varsity action, 52-25. The girls just really were never a part of that game. Lions got off to a 22-6 first quarter lead and never really looked back.
Yeah, they scored more in that game than we got in this one right now.
Yeah, no question about it.
Yeah, this is the biggest lead for Lions, a 6-point lead.
Halfway through the third quarter, it was 4-4 at the end of one, 12-10 at the end of the half, with Lions with a 2-point lead, and then it's been a little more an offensive output. And Coach Snyder, exactly what happened over at Lyons earlier in December, and they kind of hitting some shots and putting something together. Vikings just couldn't get a stop. He's called a lot of timeouts, and one of his big weapons is on the bench with 4 fouls in Holden Hendricks, so the Vikings are going to be without him for quite a while. Here's Britton Hawk inside, missed it. Had an easy shot, and he just didn't use the glass. He tried to teardrop it over the front of the rim and missed. Here comes Lyons. Vincent double team baseline. Inside to Pena, shot up, and it's going to be a foul on Britton Hawk. He's like wondering what he did, but he made enough contact. And Pena will be at the free throw line shooting 2. Good thing is Lions not doing very well from the free throw line. They're 2 of 7 in this quarter. And now, well, those 7 included these 2, so that is 3 of 6 so far. Second free throw up, and no. Rebound, Snyder. Into the front court on the run. Snyder off to Osner. Osner to Greg Elvin has just checked in. His pass knocked away and stolen. Turnover Vikings. Turnover number 8. It's just 2 in this quarter. 22 Lyons, 15 Smoky Valley. Here's Vincent at the free throw line. His shot is good. Wow. Lots of contact between Vincent and Norberg. And it's a 9-point Lions lead now. Vikings need some points here. They've got 5 in the quarter, but they've really given up a bunch. Here's Hawk inside. He turns it over. He can't handle the pass from Elvin. Greg Elvin's pass too strong. Here comes Lyons. McClure, Pena inside the lane. Pena kick out to McClure. Wanted to trigger. Pena inside. Shot. Good. They are looking to score, and they are scoring, and it's a 11-point lead for Lyons, 26-15. And Coach Snyder wants a timeout. We'll step aside as well. 26 Lyons, 15 Smoky Valley. Back after this 30-second timeout.
Let's face it, folks, accidents happen. But what about when one of those little accidents happens to you? And it's the weekend. Turn to Lynsborg Community Hospital's urgent care clinic. They'll get you fixed up fast with the friendly, reliable care you've come to expect. Now open Saturdays and Sundays from noon through 6 p.m. Simply enter through the main entrance at Lynsborg Community Hospital at 605 West Lincoln. Go online to lynsborghospital.org for more information about urgent care at Lynsborg Hospital. Also providing 24/7 emergency room services.
Smoky Valley Vikings basketball on 95.5 The Rock.
And welcome back to Smoky Valley Gym. Out of the timeout, the Vikings will have it. Snyder, Osner, Norberg, Hawk, and Walton will put it in. Lyons is going to go man-to-man on this possession. Off to Britton. Hawk outside the three-point line, looking for a cutting Snyder. Has him. Snyder with it, looking for Osner inside. Can't get it to him. Off to Walton. Knocked away and stolen. Pena with the steal. And tying it up and alternating possession, it'll go to Lyons. Turnover number 9 on the Vikings now. Lyons has how many turnovers?
Lyons has 9. We've got 10.
We've got 10. Needing some offense. Vikings have only 5 in the quarter. Lyons has 14 in the quarter.
Yeah, they're on a 10-point run at the moment.
Vincent with it outside. Making 1-3-1 zone. Vincent off to McClure. Back to Vincent. Vincent long two. No. Rebound Pena inside. The shot. Good. And a foul. Pena's suddenly gotten hot for Lyons. He's had not scored in the ball game. And that foul is going to be on Britton Hawk. Or no, it's going to be on Alex Snyder, his first. Vikings simply letting this one get out of hand. Pena has not had one game. He had a 15-point performance. And he has just been in a 2 or 3 point swing every other game. Here he's got 2, 4, 5, and they've all been 5 big ones. Here's Osner with the drive baseline, and it's going to be an offensive foul on Andy Osner. Osner trying to do too much at the moment. Coach Snyder upset with the officials, and he should be, because Osner got hammered on his way to drive, and then he ends up basically going up and pretty much a fallback on Lyons to draw that foul, and that is not a Viking way. A minute 30 left now. It's 28-15. Lyons with a huge lead at the moment. Nave with it, baseline to McClure, back to Nave, back to Vincent. Vincent on the drive, back to Nave, baseline to McClure, inside to Kirkhart, kick out to McClure. McClure spin move, there's an offensive foul. That was a big elbow by McClure. Probably wouldn't have got that call if he hadn't had his elbow sticking out there, and that was a big elbow. Second foul on McClure. That's just their first team foul? My, I can't believe the Vikings have had that.
Christian Hansen in, Walton out.
It's a 6-1 lead here in fouls on the Vikings. Hansen with it off to Norberg baseline, cross court to Osner. Osner back to Hansen. Over to Osner, outside this time a zone by Lyons. Off to Hansen. Back to Snyder. 3-ball, no. Rebound, Lyons. Pena doing a nice job of scoring. That time he picked up a nice rebound with 40 seconds left before the end of the third quarter now. Lyons with it. Off to Vincent. Vincent right near us at the half-court line scores table. Off to McClure. Back to Vincent. They're playing two-man catch. They're very content to run this quarter out and see if they can get one more shot before the end of the quarter. On a was a 10-0 run, now it's a 12-0 run now. Yep. Wow. They just put this game almost out of reach for the Vikings here. Vincent with it now, 11 seconds, 10. Now they're going to start their play off to Nave. Nave to the top of the key on the dribble. Cross court to Vincent. Vincent shot, no. Rebound McClure, up and good. McClure gets it at the end of the quarter. McClure knocks down his first basket of the ball game, and it is a 30-15 score after 3 quarters. We'll be back for the fourth quarter after this 30-second timeout.
Bank of Tuscan proudly supports athletics in the Smoky Valley. Celebrating 125 years in business, Bank of Tuscan is offering you the opportunity to further enhance your Viking pride. Now available are Smoky Valley Vikings checks, checkbook covers, debit cards, and business debit cards. And for every checking account opened at the Lynchburg branch until July 31st, Bank of Tuscan will donate $10 to Smoky Valley schools. Bank of Tuscan proudly supporting the Smoky Valley Vikings and Bethany Swedes. Member FDIC.
Smoky Valley Vikings basketball on 95.5 The Rock.
And welcome back to Viking Gym. Don Binks along with Daryl Johnson. We got Jared back at the controls, and thanks for helping out, Jared, with that halftime. That was kind of a hectic thing to try to get some comments from some of those wrestlers, but what a year they're having, and they're all set up for a big regional coming up at Abilene. And but here the Vikings are in trouble, Daryl. They bring Holden Hendricks now off of the bench to play the fourth quarter. He's got 4 fouls, so he's going to have to be careful. But we need a lot of points in a hurry.
A bunch, that's for sure.
30 for Lyons, 15 for Smoky Valley. Osner with it, top of the key to Norberg. Inside to Hawk in the lane. No. Rebound Hendricks up and no. Rebound Lyons. Hendricks got a nice rebound and had a nice easy putback, but it rolled around and out. And it's still 30-15. 1-3-1 deflect zone defense for the Vikings. Lyons will be content to play catch outside. Vincent and Nave are playing catch out on the perimeter. Baseline it goes to McClure. He's double teamed and a foul on Norberg, and that'll be 1-1 now for Lyons. Hopefully they can continue. The one thing they're not doing well tonight is shooting free throws.
Well, they were 3 of 8 in that third quarter.
McClure will have the front end of a 1-1. And nope. Too strong. Missed it. Rebound Vikings. And there's a target to shoot for free throws. Here's Christian Hansen with it. Christian, you're going to have to launch some of those 3 balls. Even though he's not a great 3-point shooter, you can't score if you don't shoot. He's wide open when he does. Norberg with it to Osner. Top of the key to Hansen. Baseline to Hawk. He can't handle it. Turns it over, number 12. First of the quarter.
First of the quarter.
And Lyons has
10.
Vincent with it on the drive. Kicks it out now. Cross to McClure. 2-man catch out front near half-court line against this 1-3-1 defense. McClure. Vincent. 6.5 minutes to go, and the Vikings are down by 15 points. And they've scored 4 in the first quarter, 6 in the second, and 5 in the third. They need 15 in this quarter just to tie Lyons up. So they've got to score early and often. They're going to pick him up in man-to-man. Here's Kirkhart with it. He'll launch along 2. No. Rebound Osner. Forced the issue a little bit. Lyons triggered and didn't make it. Here's Christian Hansen into Hendricks. His turnaround. No. Rebound Kirkhart. Vikings have a couple of good looks there, just haven't knocked them down. They got to get some points to go. We're already 2 minutes gone in this quarter. Neither team has scored. There's Kirkhart with it for Lyons. Kirkhart out to Vincent. Vincent to McClure. McClure against Hansen. He'll dribble outside and reset the offense to Nave. Nave against Osner. Off to Vincent. Inside, knocked away, and He thought it was tipped. Coach thought it was tipped. Nobody else saw it. And it'll be Viking basketball.
Schneider in, Hansen out for the Vikings. Yeah, if anybody would have touched that, it would have been Hansen. It was close enough, but I don't think he did.
I don't either. Comes Osner to the top, over to Norberg. Vikings are going to have to start shooting. Here comes Osner. He'll launch a 3-ball. In there! Andy Osner, 18 Smoky Valley, 30 Lyons. They just got so far behind in that third quarter. See what they can do. That ends that run. It was a 12-0 run, you said?
14.
14-0 run. McClure, almost a 5 count on the Vikings, or on Lyons. Vincent outside to Snyder, off to Pena, back to Vincent, who's going to drive. Shot blocked by Osner, and Osner trying to keep the ball alive. The ball knocks out, and Lyons calls a timeout. Timeout on the court, 4:56 left to go. 30 Lyons, 18 Smoky Valley. Back after this 30-second timeout.
Smoky Valley Sports is brought to you in part by Lindsborg Community Hospital, proud sponsor of Impact Concussion Testing for Smoky Valley athletes. Horizons Driving Academy, Gone Bankston and Farm Bureau Financial Services. Thank you for supporting the Smoky Valley Vikings.
Your home for Smoky Valley basketball is 95.5 The Rock.
And welcome back to Viking Gym. The Viking guys needing to get some turnovers and some chances at offense because they trail in this one by a dozen, 30-18. Lyons is going to throw it way in the backcourt, and Vincent can go get it. There's nothing wrong with that. And he brings it into the front court, guarded by Norberg. Off to McClure, man-to-man defense by the Vikings. Trying to get it, and McClure still with the drive. Kick out to Vincent. Vincent with it. And over to Nave. Nave against Osner. Nave with the dribble drive all the way around to Kirkhart. Kirkhart baseline to McClure. Give and go. Kirkhart in the lane. Shot. Got it to go. It's a wild-looking shot, but Kirkhart got it to go. And it's 32 Lyons, 18 Smoky Valley. There's Vincent with the steal. Vincent dribbles it off his leg. Nave picks it up and traveled. Well, the Vikings got it back on the turnover. That was pretty lucky. That was just a simple bad pass by Alex Snyder. 4:14 now left to go. Vikings running out of time here to launch some points, get some buckets up. Cole Norberg with it, baseline. Back to Snyder. Snyder outside the top of the key to Andy Osner. Osner can elevate and shoot from anywhere. You need to start shooting it, guys. There's Osner. He's going to launch another 3-ball. No. Rebound Holden up and good for Holden Hendricks. His first basket of the game. Holden gets one basket. 20 Smoky Valley, 32 Lyons. There's McClure with it. McClure with the dribble now way out between the half-court circles over to Pena. Pena guarded by Hawk. Pena with the drive. Bounce pass and turned it over. Pena turned it over. It'll be turnover number 12.
Well, depending on which, they're still debating on where it's going.
Nope. Yep. Well, there wasn't anybody anywhere close to it for the Vikings.
I know, but it's 13 for Lyons.
13 for Lyons. But they got to translate into points. We can't get points. We got to get points. Osner with it out top. Over to Norberg. Inside a kick by Pena. It'll stay with the Vikings. Caleb Walton in and Norberg out. 3:23 remaining in the fourth quarter. 32-20. Vikings down by a dozen. A lob inside to Hendricks. Loses the handle. And the dribble, Nave went down with the dribble, but he didn't turn it over. It's a turnover on the Vikings. Number
14.
McClure with it out top between the circles, guarding against Snyder. McClure on the drive, got it to go. McClure with a nice looking drive. Vikings are going to have to foul. We got to start fouling. Here's Osner in the lane. His shot off the glass, good.
Could have been a foul there.
Yeah, could have been an and one, but not. 2:50 now to go. 34-22 Lyons with the lead. McClure on the dribble drive. McClure, and he's fouled. And we have a whistle on 23.
Number 23,
Alex Snyder.
second.
That'll put McClure at the free throw line shooting a 1-and-1. And that's what you got to do. You can't let a guy drive when you're trying to get the easy basket. McClure makes the free throw. Missed the front end of a 1-and-1 last time, but this time he makes the first. 35 Lions, 22 Smoky Valley. An offense that was scored 52 points last Friday night. There's a rebound on the missed free throw, and the ball was loose. Picked up by Lyons. Here's Kirkhart with it. Missed a dead layup. My goodness, something helping the Vikings out, but too much of a deficit. Here's Osner on the drive, and Osner going to be called for the offensive foul. He kind of lost control of his body there as he was driving down the lane.
Offensive foul on number 10.
Vincent back in. Kirkhart out.
Nave will put it in play for Lyons. Going down court. There's a steal by Caleb Walton. Shot up good. Caleb Walton with 2. Stepping in front of that pass. There's a turnover, Lyons. The Vikings trying to get back in this one. 24-35 is our score. Lions up by 11.
Jeffrey and Nave out for Lions.
2:26 remaining. Snyder to put it in play. Gets it into Walton. Back to Snyder. He's going to launch a 3-ball. Missing. Rebound on the floor. Hawk has it, and it goes out of his hand. Oh, he's tipped out of his hand. It'll be Viking basketball. Britton Hawk will trigger it in for Smoky Valley. Britton still looking. Caleb Walton, 3-line, baseline. Oh. No, Holden Hendricks was put back. Good. Holden Hendricks for 2. 26-35, 2:08 to go. Vikings trying to put on a furious rally here. And they're getting closer. There's a ball. Vincent knocks it out of his hand. Hawk jumped around and knocked it down on Vincent. Vincent had it go off his knee out of bounds. So Lions really helping the Vikings cause right here. 1:58 to going. Osner doesn't pick up the ball until it gets to half court. Saved a little bit of time. Walton with it. Walton off to Hendricks. Hendricks to Osner. Osner double teamed off to Hendricks. 3-ball, too strong. Rebound. Hawk with it. Shot up. No. Rebound on Hendricks up and good. And a foul. Count the basket. Holden Hendricks gets another. He's got 6 in the quarter now. And 1. 1:37 left to go. 35 Lions, 28 Smoky Valley. And a timeout on the court by Coach Freeze. 1:37 left to go. 35 Lions, 28 Smoky Valley. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout.
Tonight's broadcast of Smoky Valley Athletics is...
They have not scored in this quarter.
Linford Concrete.
Lion. Oh, they had 30 at halftime. Okay.
Yeah. Smoky Valley Chiropractic and Dr. Darrell Loader. The quarterback club of Linford. Bankston and Farmers.
1 free throw and 2 2-pointers.
Farmers State Bank. Thank you to these sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible.
Your home for Smoky Valley basketball is 95.5 The Rock.
Well, it takes, I guess, a lot of desperation to get the Vikings woke up. They were trailed at 30-15 at the end of the quarter. Lions got a couple of, at least one basket to take their largest lead, and then the Vikings have now outscored them by 13-4 now, so a 9-point kind of deficit that had been erased, and they're down by 7, and they got a free throw here to cut it to 6. It's been wild and woolly.
Yep. Well, they need to, for one, make the free throw and then pressure the inbounds and foul.
Yeah.
Find somebody that doesn't make free throws.
And that's been quite a few of the Lions for sure. Holden Hendricks.
Oh.
No, on the and 1. McClure with it on the free throw, or on the run up the court. It's it into the front court off to Cardone. Cardone against Walton, and there's a foul and double dribble. Not a foul, it's a double dribble. Cardone with a double dribble. That's turnover number
16.
16 is what I have. Jeffrey out.
Jared in. James Jared.
Osner at the top of the key, near side to Walton. Walton, crossover, drive, kick out to Osner. Osner, come on guys, got a trigger. There's a knock back court. Snyder with it in the back court. Snyder to the top of the key. Snyder from the free throw line. No, rebound Holden Hendricks. His shot up and good. Holden Hendricks with 2. Lyons with it now, trying to get it up court. 30-35, it's a 5-point deficit now. Vincent on the run. Vincent still with the dribble. Vincent with the drive, and a foul on Britton Hawk. Vincent did the right thing. He was just going to try to drive into Holden Hendricks and either draw the foul or the charge, and before he could get there, Britton Hawk fouls him, so Vincent is at the free throw line. Vincent made 2 of 3 free throws earlier.
They're in the double bonus. He gets 2 shots. That was a 10th team foul. Waiting on Holden Hendricks to tie his shoes.
Holden missing in action most of this game because of foul trouble. Has put together an 8-point fourth quarter. Vincent at the free throw line. Good.
Norberg in, Snyder out for the Vikings.
It's now a 2-possession game. 2 3-pointers could tie this up for the Vikings. At least within striking distance here. Second Vincent free throw. Got them both. Nicely done on the free throwing. And Lyons is going to take a timeout. We'll step aside as well. 50 seconds remaining. 37-30, Lions lead. Back after this 30-second timeout.
Tonight's broadcast of Smoky Valley Athletics is brought to you in part by Lindsboard Concrete, Bank of Teskin, Smoky Valley Chiropractic and Dr. Darrell Loader, the Quarterback Club of Lindsboard, Don Bankston and Farm Bureau Financial Services, Farmers State Bank. Thank you for supporting the Smoky Valley Vikings.
Your home for Smoky Valley basketball is 95.5 The Rock.
And welcome back to Smoky Valley Gym. Well, it's a 50-second ball game here. Lions leads in this one. Lions leads by the score of 37-30. Vikings will get the ball. And Lions would have to foul the Vikings 4 or 5 times to put that at the free throw line. But what fouling does is take a lot of time. So I would expect the Lions to, put some pressure on the Vikings, and then maybe if they get into, where they might think about shooting, foul them again to, make them run some more clock. So they'll put on a little token full court press. Ranskin against Osner. Osner out top of the key. Osner with the dribble to the side of the lane. Shot for 3. No. Rebound Holden Hendricks. Shot for 2. No. McClure fouls him. And Holden Hendricks will have 2 free throws here.
Fouls called on number 23, Ryan McClure. That's his 3rd.
McClure picks up his 3rd foul.
Hendricks on the line.
And team 3rd. Hendricks at the free throw line. Got that one to go. He missed an and 1 earlier. It's his 9th point of the ball game, all in this 4th quarter, all in the last part of the quarter, and he misses that one. Ball still loose and picked up by scrum for it, and alternating possession, it'll go to Lyons. And Hendricks just 1 out of 3 from the charity stripe here. Hendricks is going to go out for a minute. Christian Hansen in, 32.9 seconds. Full court pass down to Vincent. Vincent with it and got it to go. Vincent getting possibly putting it out of reach. 39-31 now. There's Osner for a 3. No. Rebound McClure. 18 seconds, 17 seconds. And I'm going to go to the other end and shoot free throws. Vikings cannot get the ball to go in the hole here late. 39-31 with 17 seconds left to go. That foul's on Britton Hawk, his third. McClure steps to the free throw line to shoot 2. Makes the first. Poor shooting free throw team has come through here in the fourth quarter. And the free throws they've missed, they've gotten rebounds on. And he gets them both. He is 3 out of 5, and Coach Freeze calls another timeout. We'll keep this one right here. Again, wishing the Viking wrestlers good luck as they start their regional wrestling tournament on Friday over in Abilene. A league title for the wrestlers, doing a nice job of wrestling, and that sport has just evolved into a really good program, and I think we're going to see several of the Viking wrestlers qualifying for state.
Well, that started back in...
well, Michael Baker wrestled in when the boys were in high school. Our boys were in high school. Well, probably started in 05, maybe.
Yeah, somewhere in there. That's what I was thinking. 05, 06 is when it started. So, for just starting out, they did great. And with Trevor going to Bethany just started their wrestling program this year.
This is second year now. Second year on college wrestling, so their program is up and coming. They got a really good wrestling coach in Jacob Mars, and Smoky Valley has an excellent wrestling coach in Ben Elliott. Vikings trying to get it inbounds due to Caleb Walton, up to Andy Osner. Osner in the front court. Norberg baseline 3 in there. I don't want to say I told you so, but Cole Norberg has been left alone at the three-point line several times during the evening and has not triggered the ball there. He finally triggers one and knocks it down for a 34th point for the Vikings. Lyons has 41 points, so with just 10 seconds left, there's not much the Vikings can do, but been a valiant effort, a valiant comeback for the Vikings, down by 15 at the end of 3 quarters. They've cut it into it, but going to be too little too late here.
Well, if they could even foul before they even inbounds the play, no time would go off, and then get the ball down quick, because they still got timeouts left. But it is kind of a far reach.
Yeah. No question about that. Vikings will conclude their home portion of their season with Heston coming in on Friday night, and then on the road they'll finish the regular season. It looks like the Vikings were going to be possibly playing in the sub-state. I had that here somewhere between all the papers that I had. Abilene or Concordia for the boys. The boys are kind of firmly entrenched in 6th place in the sub-state seeding in the basketball. Chapman in 6th place, but they're going to have to win at least 2 of their next 3 games, and this one's going to fall by the wayside. And now Cole Norberg fouls McClure, and that'll be Cole's 3rd. But McClure at the free throw line, who has made 3 out of 5 in this quarter. They've made 5 out of 7 in the quarter. 7 seconds left in a 7-point deficit. McClure misses the first. Second free throw for Ryan McClure. That one found the bottom of the net. Good. 42-34. Norberg with it up to Hawk. Hawk across the timeline. Norberg a 3-pointer. No. Osner, no. And that is it. Our game is over. 42 Lions, 34 Smoky Valley. We'll be back to wrap this one up for you after this timeout.
Pennington State Bank has been providing quality banking services